Yes, it's true that we have elected Professor Umbridge to be President of the United States. However, there are some federal court folks who are acting like the centaurs who knew how to run her out on a rail. First of all, federal judges this week, it's been brutal for Trump. But of course, there is breaking news that the Department of Justice has released transcripts of the Ghislaine Maxwell interviews that kind of go like this from what I've seen so far. Not all the details are out. Trump, yes, I've heard that name somewhere. I think he's that guy I met back in the 90s. Oh, I'm just not sure. Good girl. Perfect answer. Now, here's your pardon. You're going to hang out in this cushy farm, federal prison, minimum security, go get a job at McDonald's, and you don't have to worry about anything until he leaves office, and then you'll have your pardon. Yeah, that's important. No, just release the files. We'll be good. Federal judges this week, a federal judge in Florida has demanded that construction stop on Alligator Alcatraz. Oh my God, really? This is where we are as a society? Professor Umbridge. Yes, it turns out this will shock you, Alina Habba is not legally serving as a U.S. attorney in New York. If you've heard her speak for 5 seconds, you probably already knew that. And Trump officials are booed everywhere as they insist that there's no inflation, because no matter what Fox News says and no matter what people believe, you're still paying more for everything, especially at the grocery store. You know, and there are times where I'm convinced that if Fox News said you should wear your underwear on the outside, people would just do it, thinking that was the right thing to do. But there are some things it turns out they cannot lie about. Meanwhile, famine has been declared in Gaza. The way that we're providing aid to them is extremely, it's useless, basically. California has passed, their Congress has passed the redistricting plan that Governor Gavin Newsom, in his delightful trolling of Trump that's ongoing, and his basically calling him out like Neo in the Matrix, like, come on. And Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, has also joined that fight, saying she's in, we're up for this, and game on. And I just want to remind you that we are the resistance. Every story, whether it's Harry Potter when Umbridge comes in, whether it's Star Wars with the Empire versus the Rebels, whether it's the Hunger Games, whether it's the Matrix, we are always cheering for the resistance, most of us. And that's who we are. I see demonstrations happening in Los Angeles and Washington, D.C. Some of us are posting videos like this. Some people are going and doing things with Indivisible. Some people are calling their senators and their representatives, as I also do. This is what resistance looks like. And trust me, there's going to be a big need for us, the resistance army, because the plan is no elections in 2026. I promise you, that's the plan. You heard it here first, but it's also obvious. Hey, my name's Bill. I'm a college professor in Dallas, Texas. And as always, thanks for watching.